All right, everybody, welcome to day 3. I hope you are sore and I hope you have taken time for yourself and kept up with all your tips because you owe them every single day. We're gonna start to progress here. The first thing we're doing is 3 sets of 25 jumping jacks or opposite arm, opposite knee. So jumping jacks, go ahead and go. We're gonna go 25 all the way overhead, reaching, pushing the ground away from us and popping off the ground with our calves. 25 reps. Your heart rate should be up. If you need to do 50 reps, do 50. If you need to do 100, do 100. If you need to do 5, do 5. Now go ahead and relax. What we're gonna do if we can't do a jumping jack, I'm gonna take my arms out and I'm going to go opposite arm, opposite leg, reach and touch, reach and touch, reach and touch. 25 reps. You wanna pull back, open that back up, touch that opposite arm, opposite leg. 3 sets of 25 reps. Take time in between each set, relax, rest, get a drink of water, go right back to it. What we're gonna do next is you have 3 sets of this as well. You have 25 lateral raises. Now again, you can hold 2 books in your hand, 2 dumbbells, 2 rocks, anything that has an external load or some weight, that's what's gonna help you out. So again, we're gonna do 25 lateral raises, reaching out, focusing on that medial delt to the middle of your shoulder, and we're gonna go down. Reach out as you raise, and I want you guys to think about pouring Kool-Aid. Rotate down, and I'm almost pouring a glass of water or Kool-Aid as I do a lateral raise. After your 25 reps, again, you're gonna go back to that wall. Hello, you're gonna go back to that wall. You're gonna do your calf raises. If you wanna make them harder, squat down a little bit. We call these Michael Jackson thrillers. 25 reps. Made her laugh. So right after that, we're gonna do front raises again. Now, if we're sitting sideways or standing sideways, I wanna imagine I'm reaching through that wall, creating a massive amount of tension. Go ahead and go down, going 25 reps, down and up. All the way down, all the way up. Now again, you can add weight. You can hold a band right here. Anything to add an external load. You could do this with 55-pound dumbbells, but you have to do it right. 25 reps. Again, right after that, 25 calf raises, okay? The last one, which is a new one for you guys. This is all I want to be, we call it in your arsenal or your toolbox. I'm gonna teach these so well and you'll be so ingrained when you're done with your 5-week challenge or you're done with your workouts, you can go ahead and take this to the gym and add everything into your workouts, okay? We're gonna turn sideways. Now we're gonna get down the hip hinge. So again, I'm gonna reach for a wall behind me, my legs are bent. Reach for the wall behind you, my legs are bent. Now I'm locking that glute into place, tucking that tailbone under myself and squeezing to create tension. I'm gonna go ahead and bend over a little more. My pinkies are out, my arms are straight, and I'm gonna go straight out 25 reps. Focus on the middle of the back, focus on the real delt or the back part of that shoulder. We're gonna go 25 reps. Then again, another 25 calf raises. That's your second set. Rest. So again, that's gonna take a little bit, that's okay. It should take 5 to 10 minutes for that set, maybe 4 minutes if we're in really good shape. But if not, take your time, drink water again, put on some good music, and I hope you're jamming right now. What we're gonna do right after is a straight leg iso. Again, we have been doing this, but instead of 1 minute, we're gonna go for 1 minute and 10. We're gonna make some progress today. So go ahead and turn sideways. Same thing again. I'm gonna drive that glute down into the ground, create tension, squeeze it. I'm gonna draw up as high as I can, even if it's right here. I'm gonna try to get to close to as 90 degrees as I can, and I'm gonna put tension all the way up here and down here, and I'm gonna focus on my breath the entire time for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Now again, it could be 20-second increments, that's okay. You owe me 1 minute and 10 on each leg. I'm not just holding my leg, I'm pushing my leg and creating tension and stress within the body. Rest. Now, that should have taken a while, 3 to 4 minutes total, maybe 5 minutes with resting, okay? So what we're gonna do next is a glute bridge, but instead of holding it, we're actually gonna crank out some reps. So go ahead and lay down. I'm gonna put my heels into the ground. I'm gonna relax my body. Now again, I'm gonna pull my toes up so I can get more tension in those glutes, and I'm going to not get into my back, but slowly tuck my tailbone and squeeze my butt as hard as I can. Go down slow. We have 3 sets of 20 reps. 3 sets of 20 reps. If you have to do 10 reps and rest, that's fine, but you owe me 3 sets of 20 reps glute bridges, squeezing as hard as you can, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. In between that, when you're resting in between set 1 to set 2, we have an exercise for our core. We're gonna start to bring in core work. Now, core work, I'm gonna give you guys a tip. You can do 1,000 crunches a day for the rest of your life. If you don't diet or do cardio, you will never have abs. Everyone has a six-pack underneath fat or underneath the cellulite because we are upright walking human beings. Core and abdominal muscles are intrinsic and valued in us because it looks good. Doesn't mean you don't have a strong core if you don't have a six-pack. But save your time on the crunches and think we're doing core for stability and trunk rotation for health, not just a six-pack. Get your diet and your cardio right, you will get a six-pack. Arms out, legs out. So you call these dead bodies, you can call them starfishes, whatever you want to call them, or wipeouts. What we're going to do is I'm going to take the opposite arm and opposite leg, and I'm going to bring them together all the way down. If you can only go halfway, if you can barely get off the ground, even less than that, if you can only initiate it, that's fine. We're lifting the leg and the arm, bringing them together, okay? Now we're going to do 10 reps each side between every single set, 3 times through. What's next is we're going to do 2 repetitions of this, okay? Good girl, bad girl. Now again, if you're with your partner, have some fun. You can sit on a chair, you can sit on the ground, you can make your legs straight, or you can bend them. So go ahead and sit back down. We're going to do this for 40 seconds. Set a timer. Everyone has Siri, everyone has a phone or a watch. 40 seconds. Now again, I'd prefer, so turn sideways, I'd prefer you guys to be directly in front of your partner. If you're by yourself, you can put your back against something so you can give yourself some support, but make sure that lower back isn't leaking out. So again, I'm gonna draw here, all the way out, all the way in. Now again, 40 seconds straight. Set a timer, continue to go. If you're by yourself, go ahead, my love. If you're by yourself, you're pushing out, all the way down to the ground, replacing your hands, driving them all the way in for 40 seconds, 3 to 2 repetitions depending on you, okay? Almost done. Our last one, we're going to go ahead and go down. Instead of 60 cross crawls, and we'll always end with our isos, instead of 60 cross crawls, it's the same thing, we have 70 repetitions. We're going to continue to progress that. Your back should feel better by the day, Go ahead and go. Again, opposite arm, opposite leg. 70 repetitions. 35 reps each arm and each leg. Opposite arm, opposite leg, drawing tension and length through each arm. And rest. 70 reps. Last but not least on this day is split squat isometric for 1.5 minutes each leg. So go ahead and turn sideways again. Here we go for our split squat. We're going to have one leg out, one leg back, bend those legs. Now again, creating tension. If you can't, put your foot down, my love, come up a little higher. You can start here. But what I want is that butt cheek tucked under yourself, and I want you to imagine you're pushing the ground away from you, creating tension within that body. This will help with knee pain, back pain, hip pain, and also fatigue during the day in your knee, hips, and back. 1.5 minutes each leg, but what we're going to do is we're going to take time in between and rest. So switch legs, both legs. If you go for 40 seconds, rest for 40 seconds, go again for another 40 seconds. So what we're trying to do is create space between reps. If you can go for 1.5 minutes straight, good for you. Squeeze as hard as you can and move on to the next set. You made it.